good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Coach Hamilton, the Coach's Code. Y'all know it's been a long time. I'm starting to get back in the swing of things this year. Y'all know we did our podcast last year, and now basketball season is over with. So I'm getting ready to, get back rolling, jumping into it, and so I'm excited about what we're getting the chance to start in this, this I guess you say this season. If you see, I've been rebranded this year. No longer Coach's Sanctuary, but now the Coach's Code. A lot's changed, y'all. My role has changed. After being a head coach for the last 15 years, I am now assistant coach at Seminary College, trying the college life out. And here we are. Here we are, and definitely, excited about this opportunity that we have right now to continue. And we're gonna jump right into it. My name's Eddie Hamilton, based in Louisiana, Shreveport, Bossier, Louisiana, and y'all can see these two pretty faces here I have on the screen. I got a chance to meet through Miss Losha Brooks' um, school consulting group, and we are a part of a conference this Saturday, educational conference virtually, and it's free of charge this Saturday, March 9th. And it's called the Cultivating Brilliance Educational Pioneers Shaping Tomorrow Virtual Conference. Definitely excited about this. This is a new journey that I'm on, going into educational consulting, taking some of the things and experiences I've had over the last 2 decades in education and trying to be of service to school districts and coaches. But I'm not going to talk about me right now. What I'm going to do is jump right in and introduce our special guests, and I'm going to allow them to tell you all about themselves, and definitely excited about the relationships that I'm building in this space of educational consulting and being able to serve school districts in a different fashion. So excited about it. Now, you let me know, Ms. Larkin, if that echoes a little too much, then you might want to turn the volume down on your phone.
That is what I am doing now.
Right? Yeah, so we live, we real deal right now, y'all. So let y'all know this ain't staged, this ain't
However, every
recorded.
time I turn it down, it go back up. I think it's automatic because it's a live, so I may not can
Okay,
join.
okay then. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I don't want it to
Whatever it
echo.
takes. Okay, all right then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna log out Instagram. Or I'll tell you what, you just log out, I'll leave mine
Yeah.
on. I'll leave mine on. There we go. All right then. Okay, so if I can't make it work on Instagram, that's okay. No big deal. We're not worried about it at all. So we're gonna have some fun here for about the next 30 to 40 minutes, and we're gonna jump right into it. So, like I said, tonight we're talking about cultivating brilliance as educators. Eddie Hamilton, I've been in education system for 2 decades as a head coach. Also, I've taught K through 12. A lot of experiences there. Everything you can think of, I've seen. And I have these two wonderful ladies here as my special guests. Miss LaQuita Larkin, who is based in Dallas,
Yes,
Texas,
that
correct?
is correct.
All right. And then we also have Miss Nasia Smith. And where are you located again? Nasia. Where your volume at? All right. So what
She
I'm gonna
here
do
though.
is
She
Miss
is here.
Larkin, we're gonna go ahead and let you jump in, Miss Larkin. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience, and what you specialize in, and what services you offer. All
All
right. Let's jump right
right.
in.
Well, hello everyone. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm LaQuita Larkin. Like he said, I am based in Dallas, Texas, but I am from Aliceville, Alabama. That's a small town in Alabama. So I am a country girl and I do represent for Alabama. So all my Alabama teachers, tap in educators. But just a little bit about myself really quickly. Just excited to be on this journey. Like you said, we met through a consulting group through Miss Losha Brooks, and I am just blessed to have met her and to be a part of this family. Right now, I have been in education for 10 years, so a good decade. Have a master's in elementary education, just branched out, starting my own consulting firm. It is called Mentor Minds Consulting. And basically, I am helping first year teachers and school districts with effective data driven small group instruction. So that is my sole purpose. I'm really focusing on my first year educators because I know that is an area of that lacks a lot of support. So throughout my
Mhm.
years that I've been in education, I have helped a lot of first year teachers get off the ground, whether it be through classroom management, small groups, all the things. So currently, I'm the MTSS lead at my campus. So I lead all data meetings. Everything comes down to tier one, two, three, babies. That's my thing. That's my jam. So that's what I do. So that is my
Right.
expertise. Small group instruction, that's me. So I was like, you know what? If this is something that I am passionate about, this is something that I am an expert in, that is something that I want to share with others because the method that I came up with for delivering small group instruction, which I call the DGPT method, it was so effective. I started doing professional developments at my school. I've started working with other educators just through Zoom and webinars and things of that nature. And it has shown a lot of growth in a lot of different schools and with a lot of different teachers. So that is something that I wanted to share because my forefront is our babies, right? So I know I cannot reach them all from my standpoint. I'm only in Dallas. But if I can reach another educator and help them to get to a point where they can deliver that effective data driven small group instruction, then hey, that's what I'm here for. If I can help first year teachers,
Right.
just be prepared for being in the classroom. And I say that because I know that when I graduated college, it's a little story time. I wasn't trying to go
All
here
right.
that fast, but since we're here,
Yeah.
little story time. I
Yeah.
graduated college. You're excited. You're ready to jump right in. All the things, and then reality hits when you actually step inside that school building. You're like, oh, I really
Right.
wasn't prepared for all of this, or I didn't know it was going to be this way, or this is a lot. It's too much. And then inside
Right.
the school district, admin is just so busy. Your coaches are so busy. They have all these other things that they have to tend to. They have all types of meetings, all everything that they have to tend to. And sometimes first year teachers get thrown on the back burner. And I have a special place in my heart for them because I've been there. I know how it feels. I know how it goes. So I've always made it my point at any school building that I was in to always check on first year educators, 1st to 3 year educators, because sometimes they get left behind. So that's my focus. So if you are a first year educator, soon to be first year educator, thinking about teaching, tap in with me, Mentor Minds, tap in with Mentor Minds. Because we
Right.
are here
Yeah. Let's go. Throw it
to
out there. Get
support
that
you.
plug.
Exactly. We trying to support you. But speaking on Saturday, I'm excited about the conference coming up Saturday. I will be presenting, speaking on flipped classrooms. So if you are familiar with the flip method, or if you are not familiar with the flip classroom method, that is basically a different approach to teaching. So instead of having that lecture classroom that you're used to seeing teachers stand up in the classroom in the front and they're delivering that message, and then moving on to something else, classroom is basically having students learn outside of the classroom, whether it be via video or like a certain type of reading material or whatever it is, so that when they come into the classroom on the next day, they can maximize that time to actually actively learn. You can maximize your small group instruction time. That way you can reach all of your babies. You are enhancing that student centered classroom that everyone wants you to enhance so badly, but then no one tells you
Right.
how to
Right.
effectively do it, right? So that's what I'll be
Right.
speaking on Saturday. So I'm excited to share all the things they want you to do, but never tell you how to do. So that's why I come
Yeah.
in.
Yes, man. That's wonderful. I love that. It's it's crazy because those of us that's been in education for a while now, that's really paying attention. We've noticed it. It's a lot of stuff that when we took methods classes, and learning how to write lesson plans, and there was nothing there to teach us how to organize a
Yeah.
classroom at all. And then even when you get into it, if you don't have an administrator that's proactive and having, mentors set up to help you, then it's definitely a necessity because, like I said, we all have seen in our experiences where, we have other educators that struggling. We struggled ourselves, but then we figured out some things on our own. But let's look at it. But a lot of kids are suffering
Yeah.
because, we're ill
Yeah.
prepared. We got the degree, but being ill prepared. So I love the fact that you are honing in on serving first year teachers and giving them a teaching style, showing them how to organize it, how to plan it, how to put it together, set policies, set procedures, and helping to set things up. Because the bottom line is, if you got a stressed out teacher, your classroom is going to be out of
There
whack.
you go.
So, so now I definitely see it a plus having someone like yourself to have you come in and serve that group of teachers. That's definitely being intentional. And I think that any administrator that really cares about their staff will take the time to
Yeah.
do that. So that's amazing. I love that. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So looks like we have Miss Nasia Smith has gotten settled in. Let's see if we got some volume here. Can you talk to us? You got no volume. Ah, let me see.
She working on it.
Okay, try now. Ooh, you got to check your microphone on there. You got to. We got to hear you speak tonight. We have to. If you got to go back to your phone, go back to your phone. Whatever we got to do. We got to hear you speak tonight. Well, look. So what we'll do is, Miss Larkin will continue to speak. Miss Nasia, you keep trying to get in. Let us know when you're ready. But like I said, though, Miss Larkin, for myself, I guess I'll go ahead and kind of talk about what I'm doing. Me, what I'm focusing on is the well-being of coaches in the education system. Coming in, what I learned is that pretty much anybody can come in and say, "Hey, I want to be a
Yeah.
coach." And if you have a degree to teach any subject, math, science, social studies, whatever, then if you want to coach, hey, okay, well, let's hook you up with this coach and let's get you in.
Mhm.
And there is no formal training for us. So now with me, with 2 decades in, and learning and figuring things out and getting some mentors to teach me how this thing is really supposed to go. I mean, I just have a lifetime of just notes, just notes. And I took it and applied it to my life. And what I did last year, I took last year and I literally wrote a curriculum for coaches. And what I did with that, it's focused on the health and the well-being of coaches first, and then by structuring their life around their family and around themselves, self-care, well-being, mental health, all those things are the things that I'm focused on. And then what happens is that's really social and emotional learning. And what we're learning now is that's the kind of new buzz term that's going on, social and
It sure
emotional learning.
is.
Back in 2009, when I got my first job back here in my hometown, I had to write a statement about what my goal was and what I was looking to accomplish in the school system. And if I can find it, I'll pull it. It's on my jump drive, and I think it's at work. But just to give it, to break it down a little bit, it basically was saying that I believe that when the teacher or the coach that in front, has applied different things to their life to help them see life holistically, and you're able to set up classrooms where there's an understanding that if you're from a different neighborhood, I'm from a different neighborhood, a different culture, a different background, that there's no right or wrong. It's just we're different. And when you understand that we're different and we create a curiosity about each other instead of this ignorance where I don't want to know who you are, where you're from, you're wrong, I'm right. But in my classroom, when I set it up to get everybody to understand, to tear that wall down of anxiety, of frustration, of confusion, then I see it, learning happens.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's in the book will be learned. Whatever subject you're teaching, if you have an environment in the classroom that's all inclusive, that's welcoming, that allows each student to be themselves and not feel
Yes.
judged. And so now the classroom, you set a tone there and you build a culture and an atmosphere there and a climate that everybody's comfortable being there and nobody's competing with each other. Now, as the teacher, man, it's easy to teach what's in the book.
Yep.
And so now for me, my focus is teaching coaches how to do that, because coaches are called for everything. They call us for duty. They call us for discipline. They call us to clean up the cafeteria. They call us for counseling. I mean, coaches get called for everything that principals get called for. Everything.
That's true.
And so now with me coaching coaches and being intentional about helping them to take care of themselves holistically from the inside out, now I'm putting them in position where we can effectively coach and teach, more effectively, because we've lessened the stressors in our day-to-day life, and we're able to separate. Then our families are the priority and not our job, because the job is used to take care of my
Yep.
family. But if the job has me stressed out all the time, then I'm not giving my family the best version of
Mm-hmm.
myself. And then when my family's stressed out, I take that to work and I'm giving the kids the worst version of
Mm-hmm.
myself. You see how it keeps compounding.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just to keep it short and stop, that's my focus, is to empower coaches to focus on their well-being and also help them develop programs. Because, like I said, we don't get taught how to do this. So I have a lot of literature on my website that's being developed, that's available to help in that aspect. So, so that's what I'll be talking about on Saturday, and we'll jump in a little bit more. So, Miss Nasia, are you
Can you
ready?
hear me?
We hear you now.
I
All
just
right,
stayed
all
on the
right, all right.
phone. I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know
So
why you can't.
what we're gonna do is, now we're gonna let Miss Nasia introduce herself and where she's from and her area expertise and what she offers. So man, go right ahead and jump right into it. And for those that are joining us out there in social media land, man, we appreciate you jumping in. Thank you for joining the broadcast tonight.
Social
We're
media
gonna have the
land.
information. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll be able to put up the website, so that those that want to register for the conference, it is free. It is free for anybody to jump in and to learn. And we're going to tell you about some of the subjects there. So, Miss Nasia, go ahead and jump right in.
Okay, hi. Thank you for having me. I'm Nasia Smith, and this is my 20th year in the classroom as a middle school teacher. Um, and I teach, started off teaching English and transitioned into social emotional learning through creative writing. Um, and in my education consulting business, I work with parents. So similar to you, I teach social emotional learning, but from to the parents, which is very, very needed because, as we know, emotional intelligence is something that is uh, is needed to, to just do this 21st century parenting, and it's not taught in the classroom,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
Hmm.
And so, like you said, I think you mentioned the fact that a lot of schools are saying SEL, and those are buzzwords and things like that. But like was mentioned earlier, that first year in that classroom, you realize that you are going to be doing way more than just teaching your content. And so I quickly learned that my first year teaching, I learned that there's way more, than content. You're not going to just go up in front of the classroom and just, teach your content. Like, you have to build relationships, and you have to teach all of these emotional and social skills for the student to actually, to teach the whole student, right? Before you can
Hmm.
even really expect them to grasp and hold on to the content. And so, but if, I, put all that work in the classroom, but then when they go home, if that's not being cultivated at home, it's like, it's an imbalance, right? And so that's why I chose to focus on parents. A few years ago, I said, I need, we always talk about this village, and I feel like the village is not really a thing now in these, in this day and age. Like, everyone focuses, like, the focus is on a lot of everyone else, but the parents are kind of like, to fend for themselves. And I do pride myself on being that village for the parent to say, listen, I'm working with you from a teacher's perspective and as a mom, and as someone who grew up in toxicity, and learned how to, cultivate those skills throughout the years, with middle school students.
Amen.
And, being that space for parents is just so crucial because they need that support to keep on to help us do the work that we need to do inside of the classroom, right? And so when you're working with in conjunction with the teachers, because a lot of times we see a disconnect between parents and teachers, right? Either a disconnect or friction or no communication, and that does not do anything to help the child. But when children see that the parents and the children are on, I mean, the parents and the teachers are on the same page, working together, have a plan, you know what I mean, and they're working to their, you know, to improve, you know, them, and not just their academics, but them as a person, like who they are as a person, helping them to understand their emotions, to process their emotions, to, you know, sit in their emotions, to manage their emotions, you know what I mean, to make good decisions, and all of those things that go along with emotional intelligence. When they see that the parent and the child and the teacher, they're on the same page and they are working together, that's when we see the most results. And so my session on Saturday is really focused on the parents, although I will be touching on things that teachers can do in the classroom as well. My major focus is on how parents can model social emotional behaviors, how they can talk to their child where the child can hear their heart and not just their words, and they don't just sound like some cringy person talking to them, as the kids say. And so that they can actually have like some tools and some strategies to actually teach. I mean, will teach and to parent from a emotionally intelligent standpoint. So that's what I'll be focused on Saturday.
I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. It feels like, um, these things. It's like in this time frame that we're living in, it feels like, yeah, there go my pretty wife right there. Hey, baby. Hey. And it's crazy because in this day and time, that I think that culturally, these are things that we probably felt, and when we were coming up as kids, being educators, we see these things, but now, school system as a whole is starting to figure out, like, okay, we need to get some training in these areas. Like, I'm starting to hear diversity and inclusion a lot, and I'm hearing social emotional a lot. But these are things that probably we already did naturally. It was just our natural bent to lean towards those things. I mean, when I sit here and I listen to Ms. Larkin, and you're talking about first year teachers, let's be honest. I never really, really, when I go back and think about it, I never really saw them get the attention that they
And
needed.
then,
They had something in place, but if you think about it, it's kind of tough to get an older teacher during their free time to spend with the new
because
teacher.
let's be
It's
honest
tough.
now, and I'll speak from
Yeah.
experience. You have a first year, it's your first year going in, and you get a mentor teacher. But how much time does that mentor teacher really have to put into you?
Right.
We're supposed to meet maybe once a week or whatever the case. They say, here, can you sign this paper and sign off that we met? That's it. So what really have you
Yeah.
mentored me doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have
Right.
any questions,
Absolutely.
let me know. I mean, I may have questions, but I don't know what to ask because I don't know where to start. So, you know, it's really not the help that you need. Like they have things in place, but it's not being executed. And if we're not executing those things that we have in place and making sure that it's actually being put into effect, it doesn't help. It defeats the purpose. So we're paying
Yeah.
these
I mean,
mentor teachers, and a lot of them are older teachers that have been teaching for
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And they just like,
Yeah.
oh, this an extra 150 on my check or something like that. It's not,
Right.
because in the back of their mind,
Right.
oh, I made it. I toughed it out and I got through with it. I learned, I taught myself, they'll do the same thing. And that's just being
Yeah.
honest. That's real.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
It
how
is.
people think. So I mean, that's kind of how it goes. And I think one of the major problems in education is evolving just like technology is evolving. But the only thing that we are
Okay.
evolving in education is how many tests we give our kids, how we are teaching the material with all these new strategies, how much time we need to put into it. Like Texas now, we got this House bill where kids need so much tutoring time and all this extra things, but we're not thinking about how are we going to deliver this? How are we setting our teachers
Right.
up to be effective and performing these acts that we want them to do.
Right.
It's
Right.
not coming together. Children And students, especially kids nowadays, they learn through technology. So why are we not trying to
Yeah.
incorporate that into the classroom? It's said, we say,
Yeah.
oh, you need to incorporate technology, but it's not really being effective, because are we showing our teachers how to incorporate that technology into the
Right.
classroom to
Right.
be effective for
Right.
our kiddos? And with the flipped
Right.
learning, that incorporates technology. It turns it into a
Yeah.
student-centered environment. It lets, because students love to learn on technology. They learn how to braid hair now. I've seen some babies on there and they doing everything. They doing makeup,
Yeah.
the whole face beat, and they like 5. I was like, really?
Yeah.
But that's how they're
Yeah.
learning. And if we're still saying the
Yeah.
teacher need to be in front of the classroom and kids need to be completely silent when I walk in, how are we evolving in education when everything else is, but how we're delivering the instruction is not? That makes no sense. We
Right.
can't go.
Absolutely. I mean, that's I mean, and it's and like I said, and I'll flip it over even to what Miss Nacia is doing with her, because yeah, think about it. You're focused on new teachers. I'm gonna throw this in too. Some of these campuses that we work on, 25, 30%, 40% of the teachers are full-time
Yeah.
subs.
Oh,
So I mean, so you might as well go ahead and invite a program in like yours to go ahead and teach and train those subs that's full-time on
yeah.
the
You're right.
campus. You see what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. And so, like I said, just flipping over to Ms. Nasia and what she's doing, like you think about it, like my question to you is how do you present to a school district or a school for them to invest in, into the parents? Like what is, what's something that you can share to say how what is that you're saying to them? Because we know it's a
Yeah.
need, but to get them to invest in that, because it is an investment,
Mhm.
to bring you in and to actually get the parents on campus, to get them in your program. What's some of the things that you've done or you're planning to do in order to, get parents to come on campus and be involved in the program that you're offering?
Well, the good thing is they don't have to come on campus. We have this great technology to Miss Larkin's point.
Oh,
So they do
all
not
right. Yeah, yeah.
they do not even have to come on campus. We meet right online. Um,
Okay.
yep. And so just letting well, most schools have in their strategic, not, I mean, every school I've seen have in their strategic plan that they want to have more family involvement,
Yep.
right? They
Yep.
say that I
Yep.
want to have more family involvement, I want to have more parent involvement, I want to have community involvement, this and that, right? So they already, are, you don't have to convince them that that's necessary. But the, the
Hmm.
the key is, well, how do we do it now? When it comes to like the classroom part of it, I just make sure that my we just had a parent night at the class at the school where my students did a cookbook, a memoir cookbook, where they wrote memories about their favorite recipe
Mhm.
and made it
Hmm.
interdisciplinary. They worked with the math teacher on the ratios of the recipe and things of that nature. But we put a cookbook together. We got the cookbook printed out. I got like a physical copy, and we invited the parents in, and we had a very big turnout because here you're getting this cookbook, this physical cookbook copy, right? All of your kids, recipes are in there, their memories are in there, their writing is in there, their heartfelt, had to, their heartfelt, you know, um, memories are in there, and then you're bringing in the food that you wrote about. So people always gather around food, right? And so, so it was a big turnout. This is our second year doing that. But the goal or the strategy behind that was, first of all, the child is writing from, it's a real world relevant, culturally relevant assignment, because most of them are writing about a recipe from their culture that is meaningful to them.
Hmm.
Like, they're not just pulling off some random recipe, right? So this is a time where
Hmm.
you get to tap into your culture, tap into the significance behind this recipe, tap into how it made you feel, the people you were around, things that they don't, think about on a regular basis, but it brings gratitude to reminisce and to reflect on that. That's a way of bringing in that social emotional aspect, right? Where, you're teaching them gratitude just through that writing process. They were able to, dig deep into those reflections, which is a way to teach gratitude or to have gratitude, right?
Mhm.
And be grateful
Right.
that you have those memories. And so that's the first piece of it. So it's a strategic project. And then secondly,
Mhm.
it's not like, oh, parents, you're coming in here to learn this or to take this class. However, now that we got
Okay.
you in here because you made this good recipe and showed off your culture, things like that, now we could talk and have conversation from there because you're here now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're here now. You have the food. You're eating, and you know what I mean. And now we could have certain conversations. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's it's all about being strategic. But mostly, a lot of meetings is like how we're meeting now in the comfort of your own home, and
Right.
take these parenting classes. And I do parenting classes where they jump in, ask their question. It's very engaging. We're working together. We're learning. Well, they're learning from me, but we're problem solving if they haven't, things that comes up for them that we could talk about, and so it's very interactive and hands-on. It's not like I'm just teaching at them. It's like, oh, it's like that village, right? They're
Yeah.
learning from parents and
Right.
everything like that. So, and that's the thing, like, and then they can see that they're not alone, right? It's not just parents in your school district, it's parents in other school districts. It's like, oh, that happens over here. Oh,
Yep.
you're in this state, that happens
Yeah.
over here. You see what I mean? So they're connecting, not even just with in their school district, but they're connecting, in other school districts. And so that is
Right.
what's necessary to see that you're not alone. This is something that you're not going through this. This is not just your child. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah.
I like that too.
So the thing that I like is that with me joining our group, our SEA group, and is that you all know how we sit in professional developments and we're looking at that person at the front of that stage and we listen to them and we're like, y'all ain't never taught in our environment. like, like, man, what in the I mean, I remember sitting up there and sometimes I'm a person, I'll ask those kind of questions or I'll say what I know everybody else is thinking. I'll ask them, can you show us, examples of when you use this at this time and what was the results of
Mhm.
it? Like I'm kind of petty like that, but it's what everybody's thinking
Yeah, come
anyway.
to my
And
room.
here it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got 20 years experience. How many for you, Ms. Larkin?
10.
10 years experience. You see what I'm saying? Me, I'm right at 20, and it's like, and I've been in every situation you could think of, suburban schools to inner city schools to magnet schools to whatever you want to call. I've been in all of those different situations. I've had to adjust to each one. But one thing I've learned is that in every last one of those schools, the kids just need a little bit of attention, a little bit of love,
Yep.
and you do it in different
Yep.
ways. You communicate in different ways in different arenas. And so I'm looking forward to the conference on Saturday. Here goes the plug again, y'all. It's the Educational Pioneers Shaping Tomorrow Virtual Educational Conference. It's going to be this Saturday from 9 to 3:30. The link is there. You can go ahead to that link and type it in, and it's free of
Free.
charge. Now, for those people that understand, educational conferences are
Yes.
expensive. And I wish if I can show my screen here, y'all. If I can show my screen, I'm going to pull up the website and I'm going to show it. So y'all give me a second because I'm new at this broadcasting thing. So let me try this out. I'm gonna try this out real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, I found it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, do y'all see that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, do y'all see the screen?
No, we do not.
Right.
No.
You do not. All right, so it says view tab, studio stream. All right, so that means I did not do it right.
But you are learning, so we're gonna keep
You know what? Oh, I just lied. I just lied. No, I didn't. Hold on. I did do it right. Hold on. Boom. Share. All right. Then I need to go scroll. Here you go. Here you go. All right. Boom. There we go.
We see it.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move us out of the screen. So, ladies, y'all hold on. I'm gonna move us out of the screen. No, that ain't what I want to do. That's wrong. Let's see here. Let me try to see how I can make this thing grow. Oh man. Let's see.
There we go.
Okay. How is that?
Yes.
Is that better?
Mhm.
That's better. Okay, then we'll look at we cooking now. Hold on. Let's see.
There you go. That's it.
Somewhere. Boom. All right, there we go. Okay. So as y'all look at this screen, you see it's a free educators conference. Cultivating Brilliance, Educational Pioneers Shaping Tomorrow. It's March 9th. If you go down here, register now, you click on this button, you fill in, okay? All right. And then you agree to the terms, and then you'll get an email that comes to you, all right? You see Igniting Education. In education, we have a brilliant lineup here. By registering, these are the things that you'll gain: insight from leading experts driving innovation education. I won't read it all. We're just going down the line here. Who can attend? Classroom teachers, first-year teachers, principals, schools, social workers, district administrators, instructional coaches, athletic coaches. That'll be me. Parents. And our keynote speaker is Dr. Brown of the 12-7 education group here. Excellent man in education. He's actually from Louisiana, Baton Rouge area. He resides in the Dallas, Texas area now, and he's the person that's heading off. So I'm just going through here. Look at it. You have myself there, the coaches code in the school athletics, enhancing well-being and performance. We have Miss Miss Olivia, and I would not try to say her name. Sparking curiosity in the classroom. You have Miss Taylor Ratliff, okay, empowering excellence, nurturing engagement, leadership, and self-worth in STEM education for students of color. Oh, I like that. That sounds good. Ivana Farrer, igniting motivation. Seems like everybody's going in that direction through culturally responsive teaching, empowering students for success. I love that. Alicia Thomas, empowering educators, laying the foundation for K through 12 cybersecurity awareness. Yeah, that's big time because our kids are definitely in trouble online.
Yes.
Who else we got here? Gwendolyn Cordova, you're biased until you know it. How to recognize your implicit bias and then use that to create a more equitable classroom. I love that. How y'all like that?
I love it. I want to go to every session.
I know.
Oh yeah.
They're overlapping, but we got the replay.
Yep, we got Miss Aisha Owens. She'll be doing teacher retention and academic intervention, and that's big because our teachers are leaping left and right.
That is major.
Right? Here's my girl right here, Miss LaQuita Larkin, flipping the script, creating an effective flipped learning environment. And I got a chance to get a sneak peek on y'all. Y'all will love that. Okay. All right. Angela Hickman Richbert, move the bus, creating an Afrocentric culture and climate. Okay. I like that. Miss Chanel Phoenix. Okay. All right. Who we got? Rasak Lawal, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. He's a dance educator. And so he'll be doing music, movement, and mindfulness in the classroom and beyond. And yours truly right there, Miss Nasia. All right. Emotionally intelligent parenting and teaching. And I'm going to tell you, man, emotional intelligence is something that we just take for granted. We take that for granted. Miss Vanessa Paula, leading with love to support student belonging. We have Miss Tasha Travis, the importance of effective family and community engagement in school district schools. I love that. All right. And closing remarks would be by our very own Miss Losha Brooks. All right. This is the young lady that is helping us to grow in the education consulting firm arena. So Miss Losha Brooks, if you're watching, shout out, much love to you. Thank you so much for all your insight. and thank you so much. But we're going to get ready to close out here soon. And, so those that had a chance to jump in with us, we appreciate you. And we thank you all for logging in with us and enjoying this time. And please, please, please go down there at the bottom. Registration is free. The cultivatingbrilliancecon.com. So make sure y'all look at that, cultivatingbrilliancecon.com. And guess what, y'all? I forgot how they call them. You get with the CEUs and continuing education credits.
Yes, you will get
those
credits.
things. Yeah, you will get credit when you log in and join. So definitely take care of your CEUs and CLUs. I remember those now. Yeah, remember those. So, but ladies, I've enjoyed y'all, and I thank you all so much. It's been an honor to get a chance to talk with you. We've been working behind the scenes and communicating. It has been absolutely wonderful. And for those that are out there watching, please, please, please go and check out the website, log in, register, and I promise you, you'll get a chance to expand yourself a little bit with some new information. And these vendors that are available, they're available to work with school districts.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
check them out. So, any last words, any parting words from you young ladies? I will start with you, Miss Nasia. Anything you want to say to our viewers out there tonight?
I just want to say that thank you for tuning in or watching the replay. And if you know any parents who can use some support in the area of, just guiding their tweens and teens in the journey of growing and just in life in general, then please pass the word on to come into, the conference. Also, if you know any teachers who can use support in any of the areas that you guys saw on the screen, definitely share the link and invite your colleagues or your family or whoever it is that can benefit from this information, because like uh, Mr. Eddie mentioned, you will not get a lot of free educators conferences. So definitely take advantage of this great information. um, and thank you for being here with us.
Yes.
All right, down there at the bottom, y'all can see that's her information and how to get in contact with her. As a matter of fact, let me put this here, y'all. I'm learning how to do this stuff on the fly. Y'all hear me? I'm getting
I
good.
like it. I like it. I need to.
Yeah, look at it.
Hey.
Yeah,
I thought it was on the
look at there.
IG, but
So that's Miss.
it's not.
Yeah, so this is Miss Nasia's information right here. That's her website, and that's why you follow her on IG. Okay.
Yes.
So if y'all want to get in contact with her and get a chance to work with her with what she does, I'm definitely an advocate for that. I've been enjoying getting a chance to get to know her and what she brings to the table. And so, Miss Larkin,
Yes.
what you got for us? Any last words for us
I
tonight?
mean, I am just excited. I'm excited for the conference. I am, just excited to present. I'm mostly excited to see what I can learn. I'm just excited to go
Yeah.
to other presentations just to see what I can learn and take away from that as well. I do want to say, if you are a first year teacher, soon to be first year teacher, if you are a principal, admin, district leader who has first year teachers coming in, which I know you do. For those
Hmm.
that do, I know they are going
Right.
to need the support. So tap in with me. We have a lot of great things going on. I am launching my new Educator Academy this weekend as well. So come to the conference and get some
Okay.
information on that. But I'm just excited for all the things. So um, Twitter, Google, not Twitter, Google, both. Yeah, actually, I am on Google. You can Google me now. But Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram, all the things. So, Mentor Minds Consulting, just look us up, get in touch with us. We are here, especially supporting with that small group instruction. We know we have so many gaps, so many academic gaps, especially after COVID. We have so many babies that are behind. They need the help, they need the support. And I will say this, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all gonna have to catch me on my own live. But I will say this.
Mhm.
Um, we look at whole group instruction, and that's mostly grade level instruction. That is not going to close our gaps. That's all I'm gonna say. That is not going to help get those babies where they need to be and prepare them for life in general, because they are
Mhm.
missing so much. That small group instruction and being able to sit down with them and really tailor to what they need and meet them where they are is where it's at. So
Mhm.
that is what we are supporting educators in delivering effective small group instruction. Not we sitting at the table and we coloring based off of numbers. No, we're doing some
Yeah.
effective small group instruction based off of data in the moment, real live data, and meeting them where they are. I know that is a struggle point. So if that is an area that you are struggling in your school district or just a teacher in general, because I do one-on-one coaching, tap in with us. I'm excited about Saturday, and I hope y'all register. I know you will though.
All right, then that is wonderful. Again, there's her information at the bottom. You see her consulting company. Also, you can catch her on IG as well. And I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a wonderful experience. I am so excited about it. A little nervous too, but we're definitely excited about what's to come. And ladies, thank you all so much for taking time out to do this. Shout out to Ms. Losha Brooks, all
Yes.
right, the SBA Academy, all right, and Mr. Joe
Yep.
Brown. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Ladies, hey, we're going to close it out here. And, again, out there in what I call social media land, thank y'all so much for joining
All
us.
right.
All right, so y'all have a restful evening. Remember, here's the information again at the bottom. Go register at Cultivating Brilliance Con, which is short for conference, cultivatingbrilliancecon.com. All right, so y'all go register, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday. We'll be also, all three of us will be posting the schedule on our pages as well. So if you want to check out and see the lineup and what's available, we're going to try to be there all day, but you don't have to be there all day. All right, so but try to get in there and enjoy yourself. So thank you again so much. And hey, until next time, because this is not the last time. All
Definitely.
right.
Thank